Pittsburgh Steelers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Past the 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that
he caught him in on there. I was trying to post the screen
to hold him under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd down now, Swift, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Yellow. I'm coming. Attack.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the progress?
And we'll see how determined they are after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. Garoppolo now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Oh, no, you already got the game.
Joey Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go, D, get off the field. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Blue there, blue there.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got Smith here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yellow. 50 the mark.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Attack! Mike 55! Mike 55! I got you, punk! 55! Switch up! Yellow! Mike 55! Mike 55! Hey, tank!
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's
what
going to
all this air,
absorb the contact, and as a result,
taking
unable to hold on to the football.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Mahomes going for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 42.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Wait, 80! 21.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
21. Hey, Echo.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working from the gun, Garoppolo gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Garoppolo. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Mahomes now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Check 52. 15.
On first down, here's Breida. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Yeah, I was on the bitch.
Reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
So every time I fucking play a game, it's like everybody want to start hitting me with.
Hero 15.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes.
Yeah. And then the 10th, man,
He is going to find Hill here.
Oh, give me a minute.
And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
That motherfucker's going to leave me alone.
Play. 15.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
That nigga hit me. She hit me.
No. Yellow.
Mahomes going to throw. And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up 3rd down.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They said people be, they say people just don't say nothing, though. They say people been catching.
Hey, 43, 15.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Shoot. Yellow.
And she told me the other day, she was like so many people don't see him, but they just don't say him.
Hey, color. Come back. Alpha. 50.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 33. Butker's kick here is good. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This is taken at the 3. And And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their...
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Matt Breida, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
What's he say, bro?
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no, they'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
Come on, man. Get off the boo-boo, man.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
It did. It really did.
On play action, now Garoppolo trying to lay one up deep. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. This will be caught inside the 10.
Fuck with me, man.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A very solid gain of 27.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll try to run with Breida.
Big
He pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. This Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal.
Check hot route. Hot. Tight dog. Rip.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. They'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And Butker able to put this one through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 1st down, it's Connor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Play action. Garoppolo.
But these guys are going to chop into that.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Sometimes
For a rookie first rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Well, fellas, here we go. Right there.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Out of the shotgun, Breida. Room here to run. The trot. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Matt Breida, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Bro, you see this nigga run a bubble again, bro?
He's at the 50, the 30, 20,
bro,
10,
the nigga,
5, and he takes
I did a goal line, so I thought I was doing a field goal, so I went on the pick. It was really, they had me going for 2.
The kickoff team
So
on
it
the
was like
field
an
now
off
as
the
they will
stretch.
send
So I
this
threw
one
the bubble, but
away.
he picked it off. My receiver, I tried to turn around and chase the nigga down. My receiver ran.
And this will not
When
be
the nigga caught the pick,
returnable.
my
It's out of
receiver
the
ran a
back of the
bubble
end
again.
zone for a touchback.
That should draw it off, though.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership...
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. They'll run for it with Connor. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Watch the edge. Check 43.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter,
yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Bro, this shit got to be the
first times all night. He is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
Bro, my lineman really just, I did a toss play, but my lineman really just, he went in front of the nigga like he was going to block him. And then just kept running, bro. Man, that be on some weird shit sometimes, man, you know it?
15.
Just dropping shit around and shit.
Mike 50. Hey, they scared.
Yeah.
So
you know a lot of access no.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Flushed out right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I don't know where I can see them niggas in the window, but it's like they just dropping shit on the ground or something.
And the kick
bro.
by Butker is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know,
it's like they just, it's like they got some wood or something. It's like they just dropping this.
And now it's all about ball control.
All day long.
This fielded at the 2.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the run is Connor. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack on 1st down, Garoppolo under pressure again, and down he goes again. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Throw that sack complete to Smith-Schuster. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Hey, Sunday. Hey, Ripley. Check, 55. 2, fellas, let's go. Let's go, D, tighten up.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. He'll have a first down past the 40. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Go get him. Hey, 15. That's what I do.
Bang, bang,
55's my
guy.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people are thinking about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me yellow. Here we go. Mike 55.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it's complete. What a catch at the 7. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Delta. Finish the game. Easy.
Mahomes going to throw it here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
23.
And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Right, there we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better.
Yeah. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 48 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
13. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Switch it.
One final try now for Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Let's go, man. Pick 6 all day.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Kansas City, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore. Charles Davis and